Hey everybody, it's Mrs. Colrider. I'm in the ceramics room by myself. There's probably an echo. And you have probably watched enough people throwing pots. And I appreciate all the video you sent me. And I thought, well, I'll make you a video. So here's my big attempt. All right, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. I'm gonna call this 4 for you. I'm gonna try to do 4 pots in a row and send them off to you. Here I go. Okay, sticking down the first ball of clay. And let's see how I do. I'm gonna wet the clay. Center it. It's always the most important part and the most difficult part. Because if you don't center it properly, then you have no chance of making your pot turn out. So now I'm opening it. Haven't even really checked my center. I think it's close enough, so I'm gonna keep going because I'm gonna see how quick I can do 4. I'm gonna clean up the bottom a little bit, take this excess off the bottom so I can get my fingers under there as I make the pot. And my noisy potter's wheel. So this pot has definitely come out larger. I'm compressing the bottom so I don't get a crack as this dries. And then I'm gonna take the clay, squeezing it between my 2 hands, bring it up to make the bowl. And once the bowl's up, I can shape it in a little. But that's a pretty fast bowl. So that's 1. Let me clean this off. And you gotta soap up the water from the inside. Clean it up on the outside. And I gotta cut this off. So take the string, cut the pot off, set it aside on the board here, clean up my wheel and see how we do on the second one. All right. I don't want my wheel too sloppy wet. Sometimes the clay doesn't stick, so I'm gonna take some of that moisture off and the moisture off my hands. And we'll go for number 2. Let's see. See if I get any better on the second one. Smack the clay in the middle. The first thing we have to do is center. Sometimes I put my finger here and see where I need to knock it over a little. Okay, now to the center. The clay does splash all over my clothes. If you think you'd like to throw on the potter's wheel and you're not a senior, sorry seniors, so much to be sorry for you guys that are seniors. What a bum rap you all got. Anyway, if you think you might want to throw on the potter's wheel, Advanced Ceramics is for you. Because we didn't get to that this year in beginning ceramics, but it's required in the Advanced Ceramics course. So sometimes to see if it's centered, just put 1 finger down the center. If it is a different thickness on this side than this side, then you're not centered, which this is. Oh, thank you, face full of clay there. And then I could try to recenter before I open this. Much better now. Driving the clay to the center, I use my legs and my hands to press in. And now I'm doing the step called opening. Taking my thumbs down into the pot. Once they're there, I actually just take my thumbs apart. There we go. And then I try to thin this clay out by trailing it up the side of the pot with my fingers and hand pressing together. Once I get it as tall as I want, then I can change the shape. that's better than the first one. Take some cleaning up here before I take it off the pot. Take some water out of the inside and the outside. And now I can cut this one off. So that's 2 for you. Ooh, this one's really thin. I put my fingers through it. Oh well. And getting ready for the third one. Got to clean up the wheel. And dry the wheel off. And my dirty hands. Here we go. Number 3. So excited. Try to drive it to the center as much as possible. When I put it on, it sticks out a little bit there. Wet the mound and center. You don't want to let the clay get dry as you're working it because, ooh, that just went off center. Hang on a minute. I'm going to take this out of my way. Now, the clay dries out. It doesn't really move as easily. So I'm constantly throwing water on the mix. I don't really care how dirty I get. And I've opened it. I'm compressing the bottom again. And it's very thick, this bowl. So we gotta press the clay from the interior to the exterior together. And then as my hands travel up, that pot gets a thinner side. As it gets taller. Now let's get a little tricky with this one. Let's bring it in. And just because I can, let's take it and give it a little lip. Color it a little. And clean it up. You don't want to leave all this water on it because it will weaken it. And you definitely want to compress the lip so that it doesn't chip. There we go. And looking like 3 is done. Wouldn't it be cool if I could have done 4 for you in 4 minutes, but I don't know about that. Okay, there's pot number 3. Quick cleanup. She's going for 4. Excellent. Number 4, woohoo! Let's see if I can do this quick with no commentary. lopsided, but we're gonna call that number 4. Take that off. Actually, here, I'll take it off in a minute. I'm just gonna clean my hands and say, thanks for watching. Here's those and these 4 pots for you. Okay, be well, you guys.